beat up like the darker ones that work in the field.
Right.
So he would bring a pretty one in the house, and she would work there. And then when the wife gone to town or whatever, he'd have sex with her. Then she still got to work there and be in disgrace because her husband in the field. Then she pregnant, and then she have a baby. She light skinned, and the baby come out extra light. It's like, whoa, you seen them slave pictures, and then they'll have the when you watch the movies, it'll be like the white kid playing with this one little slave kid. No, that's his brother.
Right.
Like, you know,
that's his brother, and they don't even know it.
Yeah, and it says, but when the blade was sprung up, they brought forth fruit, and appeared the tares also. So that appeared the tares as well. Okay, they all grew up together. And it says, so the servants of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow seed in thy field? From whence then have it tares? It was like, hey, did you sow that? Master, they sit around like, man, that ain't your baby, Joe. That's Master's baby. That baby too light.
Right.
Yeah, because he didn't went in and sowed something that was not, what'd you say, like we was talking about the ground, the deeper you go, the richer the ground goes. Right. So he sowed in her something that was not rich, right? Like the wheat is the good part, the tares is what you get, and you put in a pile and you burn it. Like the tares is the weeds. When you take all that, see, he sowed a tare in there. So when they grow, they're gonna grow up together. But then at some particular point, it's gonna be a separation. Because spiritually, they're not going to be the same. They're going to have a different spirit. One going to be a spirit of so-called white man, which is the Edomites. Right? They're Edom, the nation of Edom. And Edom, and then you have Israelites. When you read the Bible, that's like when you read a book, you have two main characters. It's always like two main characters. Especially when you're reading like a superhero movie, you always have a good guy and a bad guy. Right. It's almost like the good guy rules, but then the bad guy rules over the good guy, and then in the end, the good guy kind of like wins in the end. That's what we have here. The Lord wanted Israel to be His chosen, but right now we're at the bottom of this thing in this world, man. We the first fired, the last hired. All these curses you read in Deuteronomy 28, these curses fall on the Israelites. It's a curse in here. It's like verse, I'm going to show you verse Deuteronomy 28 and 43. It says, the strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Those strangers is talking about, it's first and foremost talking about the Edomites in this society which they have created. Because they tell you in Malachi, the first chapter, right? I'm gonna read Malachi, the first chapter, to give you another little, some more insight. Now, it said the strangers within us gonna get above us. Malachi, the first chapter, it says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein has thy loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord Yahweh. Yet I love Jacob. So he said, I love Jacob. And it says, but I hated Esau. This is the Lord saying it. So because he created them for a purpose. The purpose was to put oppression on you for a period of time. He uses them as like a whooping stick right now. Okay? This Proverbs 16 and 4. The Lord have made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So he got these Edomites playing the role of the wicked. That's why you see all this stuff going on. They're creating these viruses. They've been starting wars for the last, since I've been born. They've been in wars before I was born, and since there always been rumors of wars. They creating all this chaos. Right. Because they have the answer order out of chaos. This is what they are called the wicked, right? And it tells you right here what I'm about to read. It says, whereas Edom said, Edom, right? Edom is Edomites. Edom is a so-called white man. They say, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, because they used to be under us when we had King David and King Solomon. Everybody was under us. Even so-called white man was under us. But he broke away, and this was a prophecy saying that he would break away and build his own thing again. It says, but we will return and build the desolate places. They came back. So-called white man showed back up and built in the time of what? The Greek Empire. Alexander. So-called white dude just poof. They took down the Persian Empire. Now, when you read in Maccabees, the first Maccabees one, it goes into Alexander. They returned and they took down the biggest army there was the Persians, and then they built the desolate places. They built wherever all the stuff they tore up, they built it back. Then they went into the Roman period, where it still was the so-called white man, who were the Edomites, was ruling during the Roman period. Then what happened? Through the Lord, through the Israelites, Septimius Severus, we took them down systematically, because the Romans had us working as different counting. They had us in the offices, so it's easy for us to take them down because we knew what was happening. So we took them down. When we went to school, Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages, that was a period from 325 to like 1300.
That was during that time of fall.
That was us. We ruled. You had the Vikings came along in that time. See, the original Vikings were Israelites.
They were Israelites.
Yeah. So Maximilian, all them cats, man.
I also heard the Israelites were also the Spartans as well.
Spartans, yes. Yeah, it tell you that in the matter of fact, when I get through reading this, remember what you just said. I'm gonna get it in the Apocrypha.
Okay.
It says we're in Edom. Now the word Edom in Hebrew is Adawam. That's Edom, right? Adawam Yum is Edomites. Yum at the end of a Hebrew word like Y-A-M. It's like it says Y. It's you would say it like it's Y-U-M. Yum, like something's good. Yum. So Adawam Yum is the Edomites, plural. Like you see in one person, Adawam. Okay. Edom means red. That's what it means. They're like the red, basically like red person.
Right.
Okay. And it says, but we will return and build the desolate places, which they did in the Greek Empire. And then when we took them down, guess what? They came back in the 1300s, the time of the Renaissance, with Columbus. Their whole thing from 1300, 1400, they were bringing their rule back, and they've been ruling since then up until now. So they've been ruling like a half a day, which was according to the Lord's time a half a day. Because they've been ruling like 500 years. A whole day of the Lord is 1,000 years.
Right, it's 1,000 years.
Yeah, they've been ruling a half a day.
That was the same way how the Jehovah's Witnesses started the same way when they thought the world would end in 2001.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Because tell you in Matthew 24:36, no man know but the Father. But we know through prophecies we getting close, man. So it's scary, but it's exciting, but it's scary. I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't feel like I got this feeling when this stuff going on. Yeah, you're gonna be scared when all of it, So we just pray that the Lord keep His Spirit on us to help us guide us through this thing, man, and don't let us take the RFID chip. Just pray. Because
they about to issue that in pretty soon.
And it says they shall build. The Lord said they shall build, but I will throw down. See, they built America. Look at you go across America, you have Chicago, New York, Atlanta. You just go from east to west, major cities. They have built all this through our backs, the natives and the Negroes. Okay, but the Lord said, "I will throw it down." But see, He said that in Malachi was way back, but He said this prophecy. But see, Esau, he figured I got a 500-year run. I'm comfortable. But like now is that time when we seeing the Lord is taking them down more. We've been seeing it for the last 20 years, little bit by little bit. They'll do certain things and then they'll bounce back and say, look, we bounce back. We can bounce back from anything. But now this particular thing right here is like they're headed this way. hey man, if they shut it down, they was talking about shutting everything down Monday. That means nobody going to work.
Right,
So
they were just talking about
So now, okay, if everybody not going to work, are y'all gonna all the bills gonna be forgotten?
Right.
Knowing this man, he'll have it still on your tab. Go back to work and you got a light bill $1,000. You know, that's how he'll do, man. That's how he is. Because it tells you right here, it says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall be called the border of wickedness. That's their nickname, the border of wickedness. And we see it, man. These dudes sit in labs and they create viruses, and they'll have the antidote for it, and they'll throw shit out there. In 2004, they came out with it was either SARS or MERS.
I think it was SARS.
You're talking about, SARS. Then they came out with Avian. 2006, 2008, it was swine flu.
And
2010, it was Ebola.
And then Ebola came back in 2016.
Came back, yeah. And then MERS came in, 12. Man, and they every, 2 years, they bring out a different flu.
Especially during times of elections.
Yeah, so. It's all flus, man. It's like a common flu. That this particular flu here, they made it where if your body, with your pH for your blood, where you can function without getting sick, is 7.2. But they made this particular virus here that you have to have your pH above 7.8. So if you're in the regular range, you could get sick from this flu.
Right.
So you have to take go beyond. You gotta watch what you eat. You can't eat like cheese and a lot of meat, bread and all that, because there's no pH in there.
Right.
You got to eat lemons,
vegetables,
vegetables, lemons, pineapples, drink water. Right. You know, what I had to learn to do was I'll actually peel a lemon and I'll eat it like an orange, and I'll drink water behind it, because that'll get your level up to a 9, so you won't even get sick. So this is because you got a lot of people, they sickly people, they balance is off. So this thing here gonna knock a lot of people down. Just common flu. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Common flu, man. You know. So they call themselves the border of wickedness, man. Look at what they do, man. They've GMOs in the food.
GMOs and all these trans fats and all these other things. Shots that they put in the meat and everything.
Exactly. All this, like you said, shots. And they give you shots, man. Like when they give you a shot, they don't supposed to give you a shot. I'm gonna tell you some other wickedness that they do. When you grow up, they take your tonsils. See, your tonsils is like your system, vaccination system.
Right.
Everything that comes into your body comes in. Germs come through your ears, your mouth, your nostrils, and your eyes, and all those different those 7 holes is 7. I think it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And 7 is completion. Okay.
Completion.
All them holes go back to a canal that leads to here.
Whatever your tonsils are.
Yeah, your tonsils. What it does when you eat something, when it grabs like particles of whatever you eat, and it runs tests to tell your body, okay, this right here is not what's supposed to be here. So they send messages to your system to actually for it to create enzymes to fight against it.
Right.
So whenever a germ from a cold come in, it gets trapped here, and then your body is sending signals. This is what we need to do to fight this off. So when it comes back, it handles it like that. Because a lot of people who have a great immune systems, they've already had this little virus, but it comes in and goes so fast when your immune system
goes so fast.
Yeah,
and that's the same thing with this virus. It's gonna appear and then it's gonna disappear and reappear 10 years later.
It says, "They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall be called a border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever." He said indignation. You go into the word indignation. Let me show you what that word means. I'm gonna show you what it means here. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, I know what it means, but I'm gonna show you. It's because we look up words That's part of your learning. Always look up words, man. Okay.
Now you can know what's behind it.
Yup. The word indignation, right? Okay. Hebrew 2194. Za'ain, because that's a I in Hebrew. That's za, I, and then that's yum. Za'am. Denounce expression, indignation, to have indignation, to be indignant, to be angrily, to be defiant, to express indignation, show anger, to be enraged, abhor, to be angry. So the Lord says he has anger against the Edomites forever. Now he got them in a position, they balling out right now.
Right.
They balling out right now because this scripture says this. Job 9:24. It says the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. So this earth, we know who the wicked, he said they the born of wickedness, so it's telling you the earth is given to the Edomites right now. He covered the faces of the judges. If it says, if not, where and who is he? So that's the Lord being sarcastic. If it ain't him, then who is it? If it's not this Edomite, who is it? He covered the face of the judges. How did he do that? The real image of Yahweh Shai, which is Revelations, the first chapter, they turned around and brought iconoclasm in during the Renaissance period, a deliberate destruction of religious icons for what? Political or religious motive. They were taking control. Okay? So they painted, you see the image is being painted of a white Jesus.
From the original
actual one, which that's what you get. This was an actual man, Cesare Borgia.
Caesar Borgia.
From the Borgia family. And that was Michelangelo and what is it, Leonardo da Vinci. Mm-hmm. They one of them painted it, and this is the painting they got. Mm-hmm. Because Pope Rodrigo, the father, he thought he was the king, so he wanted his son to be, he thought he was God because they sit in that seat. Pursuant to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3 or 4, they sit in that seat as God, thinking they self is God. Let me read that. Man, that's beautiful. It says, this 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means. For the day shall come except there come a falling away first. And we had to fall away and come into slavery. We came away, we fell out of our heritage, who we were, we came into slavery to America, okay? And it says, and the man of sin shall be revealed, okay? That man of sin is being revealed right now, okay? It's being revealed as being this Edomite man, the so-called white man. We just spoke on all the things that he's doing, puts chemtrails in the air, right? And that chemtrails is killing the vegetation. And we breathing in metals
and chemicals that are placed into the
exactly. They got like these. I remember these different these paper mills they used to have here in Arkansas years ago. The paper mills, a lot of them are gone, but those paper mills had a lot of toxic chemicals in it. They would be burning slush, and the men be in there. They wouldn't be covered all the way up, and a lot of those dudes are dying right now. They all like 65. Like anywhere from 62 to 60, 70, them dudes are dying off right now, just getting cancer. They don't know where it's coming from. I said, man, they've been sick a long time. Breathing in the chemicals, man, breathing in death, man. Yep. And the so-called white man benefit off them men in there working, and he was selling paper. You know, so it says the son of perdition. Perdition means destruction. The son of destruction.
Yep.
It says, who opposes and exalt himself above all that's called God, right? Or that is worshiped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So that's why it said earth is given into the hands of the wicked, he felt like he could whitewash the images because the Lord actually gave him